Hey, welcome back. Take a slow, breathe in, and gently out. You are doing really well just by being here, by staying open and curious. Now, today, we are going to explore something fascinating, the history of telepathy. Not as a fantasy, but as a journey of how humans across time have tried to understand this quiet, invisible connection between minds. Ancient beginnings. Let's go back thousands of years. Long before modern science, people were already talking about experiences that sound a lot like telepathy. In ancient India, practices like meditation and deep awareness were used to understand the mind beyond words. In Buddhist, yogic traditions, there are references to heightened perception, where a person could sense thoughts, emotions, or intentions without direct communication. Similarly, in ancient Greece, philosophers explored the idea that minds might be connected in unseen ways. Now, were they describing literal telepathy? We don't know for sure, but what's important is this: how humans have always felt that communication goes deeper than words. The birth of scientific curiosity. Now let's move forward to the 1800s. This is when the word telepathy was actually introduced. It came from the idea of feeling at a distance. During this time, organizations like the Society for Psychical Research began studying unusual mental phenomena. They conducted experiments trying to test whether thoughts could be transferred between people. Some results were intriguing, some were inconsistent, but for the first time, telepathy moved from philosophy into experimentation, modern research, and reality. Now let's come closer to today. Modern science has taken a more careful, skeptical approach. There have been experiments like Zener card test, guessing symbols sent by another person, Jansfeld experiment, sensory reduction to test thought transmission. Some studies showed small positive results, others couldn't replicate them consistently. So the scientific community remains cautious. There is no widely accepted proof of telepathy as direct mind to mind communication, and it's important that we stay honest about that. A new kind of telepathy. But here's something interesting. In recent years, technology has started doing something that feels very similar. Scientists have experimented with brain computer interfaces, sending simple signals from one brain to another, neural communication using devices. It's not natural telepathy, but it shows that mind to mind communication is not impossible in principle, just not in the way movies show it. What what this means for you. So after all this history, where does that leave us? Let's bring it back to you. Across thousands of years, one thing has remained consistent. Humans are incredibly sensitive to each other. We feel emotions without words, we predict behavior, we sense tension, trust, and intention. And most of this happens quietly, beneath awareness. So instead of asking, did ancient people have telepathy? Let's ask, what were they experiencing that felt like telepathy? Because that's exactly what we are exploring in this course. I want you to take a moment. Think about someone close to you. Have you ever known that they were about to say? Felt their mood instantly? Understand them without explanation? Just notice that. No need to explain it. Just notice. The history of telepathy isn't a straight line of proof. It's a story of curiosity, of humans trying to understand something subtle, something real, even if we don't fully have the words for it yet. And now you are part of that journey. In the next lesson, we'll begin exploring the human brain itself, how it processes information and how it creates these experiences. And that's where things start to become even more practical. I'll see you there.